Hello, it is Foundation Friday, April 8th, 2022. Steve Cypress here with another in our multi-part series on the fantastic foundational book, which is appearing backwards. Let's fix that immediately. Boom. Oops, there you go. The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David J. Schwartz. Today we're in the chapter, How to Manage Your Environment and Go First Class. Dr. Schwartz is helping us out with step one, recondition ourselves for success. He shares that there is something we can do to make our future environment pay off in satisfaction and prosperity. But the number one obstacle on the road to high-level success is the feeling that major accomplishment is beyond reach. So your number one obstacle is just a feeling. It's not a fact, it's a feeling, so we can fix that. Now, this attitude stems from many suppressive forces that direct our thinking toward mediocre levels where hopefully you do not want to be. To understand these suppressive forces, let's go back to the time we were children. As children, we all had all kinds of high hopes and dreams and goals that people asked us. We would say, I want to be president of the United States, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a Major League Baseball player. That was me. Like, we had these big dreams and aspirations. But what happened? Long before we reached the age where we could begin to work toward our great objectives, a multitude of suppressive influences went to work. From all sides, we heard all kinds of things knocking us down from parents, from school teachers, from friends, from other adults, from TV shows. I mean, you hear it from all over the place nowadays. Kids also hear it from social media. They hear it from everywhere that, hey, it's foolish. Stop being a dreamer. And those ideas, they're impractical. They're stupid. They're naive. They're foolish. Or you need money to go places. Or it's who you know that's important. Or luck determines who gets ahead. Or you got to have important friends. Or you're too old. Or you're too young. Or too whatever. We hear all this bombardment of the you can't get ahead, so don't bother to try propaganda. And most people, you know, can be classified, their response to that, into three groups. First group, those who surrendered completely. This is the vast majority of people. They're convinced deep down inside they have not got what it takes, that real success, real accomplishment is for others who are lucky or fortunate or in some special respect. You can easily spot these people because they go to great lengths to rationalize their status and explain how happy they really are. They talk about, oh, I have a good job, I have a good life, I'm happy. I'm saying, total BS, but you know, you probably don't tell them that to their face unless you really care about them, because they'll deny it. They're in denial, they know it deep down, but they're gonna walk around having given up on ever accomplishing great. You know, I was talking to a client the other day. I recommended Jim Collins' fantastic book, Good to Great, and the first line of that book, which I've spoken about here many times. First line, good is the enemy of great. So if you want to be great, you got to let go of what's good. And 90% of people will never let go. Once they have a good job and a good home and I got a good family and I got a good this and a good that, like, well, that's the enemy of great. They're never going to be great because they're not going to take a risk. They're not going to risk giving any of that up or all of that up to go somewhere. So this group is in reality just the other extreme of the discontented job switcher searching for opportunity. Rationalizing yourself into a rut, which can be described as a grave with both ends open, can be as bad as wandering aimlessly, hoping opportunity will somehow someday hit you in the face. Now, the second group are those who only surrendered partially. Got to flip the page here for you. We're flipping the page in the book, The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David J. Schwartz. Highly recommend, as always, go get yourself a copy. People in this group, in this much smaller group, they enter adult life with considerable hope for success. They even prepare themselves. They work, they plan. But after a decade or so, resistance begins to build up. Competition for top-level jobs or building a big business looks tough. This group then decides that greater success, not worth the effort. So they start rationalizing. Hey, we're making more than the average. We live better for the average. I got a good company, making more money than average. I got a better business. I'm surviving. Most businesses fail in 5 years. We're surviving. We're hanging out. I got a good business. Why should we knock ourselves out? Now, actually, this group has developed a set of fears. Fear of failure, fear of social disapproval, fear of insecurity, fear of losing what they already have. Whatever it is, these people are not satisfied because deep down they know they've surrendered. This group includes many talented, intelligent people who elect to crawl through life because they're afraid to stand up and run. Leaves us with the third group, those who never surrender. Hopefully this is you, or hopefully you'll choose to move into this group. I did after reading this book. This group may be 2 or 3% of the total. That's it. 97, 98% of the people have surrendered, either partially or totally, towards ever doing anything big, ever doing anything great, achieving satisfaction and success to the most that they can, to reaching their potential. So this 2 or 3% of the total does not let pessimism dictate. They don't believe in surrendering to suppressive forces. They don't believe in crawling. Instead, these people live and breathe success. This group is the happiest because it accomplishes the most. People in this group earn hundreds of thousands of dollars annually. These people become top salespeople, top executives, top leaders in their fields. They run successful, big, growing, booming businesses. These people find life stimulating, rewarding, worthwhile. These people look forward to each new day, each new encounter with other people as adventures to be lived fully. Let's be honest, all of us would like to be in this third group, the one that finds greater success every year, the one that does things and gets results. To get and stay in this group, however, we must fight off the suppressive influences of our environment. So next week, we're going to talk about how people in the first and second group who unwittingly hold people back and how you can overcome that and get into and stay in that third group. So we will go over that as we dive back into the foundational, fantastic book, The Magic of Thinking Big, next Foundation Friday. Hope you'll be with me then, and I hope you'll be with me tomorrow on Social Media Saturday. I'll catch you then. Over and out. Bye-bye. Can't see, almost fell.